Before they run down the hill at Clemson, they touch Howard's rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Buckeyes will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. On first down, here comes this offense. Used the play fake, now to throw. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Out of the gun to give to the back.
Oh, man.
Trying to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Quarterback checking the play. On third down, he drops the throw. Got it in the middle. It's Singletary. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there, because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity. But great tackle, short of the stick, setting up fourth down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires downfield. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
They're testing the right side here. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He's right on target. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
And you immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to
Boogie.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
Problem.
Bulldozes him. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
They'll run it from the gun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Got his man quickly. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into it.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in the clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
He go
That's the
man.
kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft.
Hey, Dookie.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense would come out and take over at the 44. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Looking left. Drops it in. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
I love that play call. Quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Hard running there. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Clemson now operating in the red zone. He's looking for an open man on second down. Fires to the middle.
Wow.
And the pass hits, picked off. Going
And that bitch like he was the receiver.
And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Line gets set, first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
This time on target. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Trying to burn this defensive back.
Hey, Dookie. Oh,
He makes
wow.
the catch inside the 10.
He's giving everything, huh?
Makes the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Turning to the running game on first and goal.
No.
Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver.
There you go.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. You can't hear yourself think on third and goal. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Barrels ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Ready to try the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. They took it 71 yards down the field and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Madden. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He finds his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He's got it. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and to catch, to work that defense and get the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Oh, he wants it all. And it's caught inside the 20. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They keep attacking through the air. He's got it.
Okay.
He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Going up top on first down. Throws to the back.
Vicky?
And that is interception number 3 on the day. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Trying to find his man on first down.
Oh, come on. Hold on to the ball.
A big hit there forces second down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes if you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Motion from the offense. Wants to go up top.
Okay.
He got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to...
Going for the big play.
What's this?
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Hey, Bookie.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Looking for more room. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Almost took that one all the way back.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks in 2 straight drives. Their guys have been all over the field making plays when the ball's in the air. D coordinator's got to love that.
How about this on 1st and goal to give to the wide receiver? They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Trying to make their way to the promised land on 3rd and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Between the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance.
What the fuck is that, bro?
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
Oh, the fuck? Oh, who threw that bullshit you up?
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, he'll fire. Throws to the wideout. He makes
How you gonna find out?
and they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. He's got it. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. The give on the inside. Finds a crease at the 20. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
He leaves it with the back. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Clemson jumps to the line. Trying to bully their way in.
Go.
Touchdown, Clemson. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jason, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I'm not trusting you.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get it soft.
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. I'm not sure what it is, but he's going for it close to his own end zone. On 4th down, they're taking to the air.
Yeah.